Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new campaign series here today on the channel. We're going to be playing Thrones of Britannia, a Total War Saga. We're going to be playing as the Kingdom of West Seaxe. We're going to be playing as Alfred the Great from Winchester. We're going to be playing as Wessex. So first things up, guys, I just want to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me an early access code for me to start my campaign a week earlier. Thrones of Britannia will be released in the UK and in America on the 3rd of May. In Australia, where I'm from, it releases on the 4th of May, obviously due to the time difference. I just want to say a huge thank you to their community outreach manager for sending me a code. I won't name his name just in case he doesn't want that, but a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly and their outreach manager. So let's get stuck into the campaign. If this video can hit 500 likes, guys, within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for episode 2. So we're going to be playing as the Kingdom of Wessex, Alfred the Great, of course. The main objective for this series is to reclaim England, modern day. We want to take Wales. We obviously want to take England all the way up to the sort of Northumbrian border, maybe even further up to that sort of Hadrian Wall border. And then we'll sort of see whether or not we take Scotland and Ireland. Will be sort of up to you guys if you want to see sort of a full map completion of this series. I'm going to be uploading this Wessex campaign every single day at 8 PM London time. That's when I'm going to be uploading the video, which is also at the exact same point in time, 3 PM New York time and 12 PM LA time. You should be able to figure out from those time zones I've just given you. I'm also going to be doing a Great Viking Army. We're going to be playing as East Anglia, East Angle. We're going to be playing as Guthrum of the Vikings. Before we get stuck into the campaign, I just wanted to show you guys the army composition for the Kingdom of Wessex and units that we can look forward to using within our campaign. So here we go. We have the Royal Bodyguard, Royal Companions. They're the general units for Wessex. Further on, we've got the Mailed Spearmen, Earl Spearmen, Thanes. Further down to the Fjord Spearmen. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at the stats if you want. Now, please do take into consideration that this is still in early access, so all these stats are subject to change up until release, of course. I'm using a build, I'm not entirely sure, it says in the top right, a week earlier from the game's release, so please do take into consideration that all this stuff is still subject to change, and for the campaign and for this playthrough in general. So here are the swordsmen here, Royal Huskarls. Here are the axemen, mailed axe longbowmen. Going down to the archers now, select Fjord archers. So we've got a nice variety of bow, axe, swords and infantry, as Wessex of course. Fjord javelinmen, melee cavalry, and we've also got catapult artillery. I'm going to go into my options as well and go through my graphical options because I want to show you guys what I'm going to be running this campaign on. I am using an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980 graphics card with 3072 megabytes. I'm playing everything on max graphics. I prefer to turn depth of field off. I'm playing on a 1920 by 1080 monitor, but you got to take into consideration as well that the quality will be processed for YouTube and scaled down. So, without further ado, let's get stuck into the Wessex campaign.
Long have the Vikings raided our lands, but nothing prepared us for their great army. For a decade we fought them, the tide of battle ebbing back and forth. Until finally, they were defeated, and their great army fled our lands. Now, England lies divided. Its old political order washed away. Too long have we fought amongst ourselves. Now is the time to unite as England.
England is divided, weakened from a decade of fighting. West Saxe has suffered greatly, but its star is on the rise. It is your fate to bring order back to these lands. You have vassals under your protection who are sworn to aid you in time of war. They are Gwent and Glewisic to your northwest, Defan and Kernu to your west, and Sooth, Seaxe and Kent to the east. It is important to maintain good relations with your vassals. If you do not, they may choose to break your treaty rather than join your war. Rumors abound of new Viking incursions in the south. You will need to build up your defenses there to make sure you are not caught off guard when they strike. One of your armies is ready to attack the southern rebels. Dealing with this threat promptly will bring much needed stability to your lands.
Okay guys, how you doing? Welcome to the campaign map. Mission issued. We should stabilize internally before we look beyond our borders. Provide your right rule and eliminate your nearby rebels to get internal stability. That's fine, we can do that. So here we are in Thrones of Britannia, the campaign map for the first time. Let's do a quick save, of course. So let's have a sort of have a look at the strategical map for the moment. So here is our kingdom, the Kingdom of Wessex. We've got Mercia to the north, one of our major factions. We've also got Guthrum here in East Anglia. I think that's where we're going to attack first. Maybe make an alliance with Mercia. We'll see. We sort of want to put apart like maybe some of the Welsh kingdoms first. Guthrum in the north. Northumbria here as well, Scotland and Ireland. So as you can sort of see how everything's divvied up, we'll scale over now and have a look at the size of the map. Now I am thoroughly impressed of the scale of the map. I was expecting it to be a lot smaller, but I'm impressed. This is a massive map, so especially sort of map size wise, it's going to take you hours of moving ability to get around here to actually conquer all this stuff. So like I said, whether or not you want me to do like a full map completion, it's sort of up to you guys. So here we go. Here's Ireland, of course. We could even do some Saxon raids on Ireland. That would be quite cool in my opinion. So here we go. Here is Alfred the Great. We're going to have our first battle here today against the English rebels. But let's sort of dive into the campaign and what we've got to deal with. So here are the objectives for us. Short conquest, long conquest. We're going to go for a long conquest, probably long kingdom victory, Middlesex, Norfolk. Okay, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. These Saxon names are going to... Is that Viking already been strung up? Is he being crucified? Oh, that's funny. That'll be... Maybe we should start crucifying the Vikings. Maybe that's what we should do. Actually, before we go further into our economic, technology, diplomacy, and faction... Now, before we go further into our economic interests, technology, diplomacy, and faction, I feel like I should introduce myself. These early access videos do bring in a lot of new viewers. So, my name is Tom. My name is Simpzy on YouTube, Simpzy Total War. I upload strategy games to this channel. Thrones of Britannia is going to be taking over the channel most definitely for probably the next couple of weeks. So I'm a 22-year-old Australian and I currently study history at university while doing YouTube practically full-time. So that's a little backstory to me. Stay tuned for more Wessex campaign on the channel. Okay, so let's continue on. Economy-wise, here are our taxes. Here's our trade as well. Cool. Technology-wise, we've got the military and civic side. I definitely want to go down with military, getting these melee units. And at the moment, as well, we're going to need food. Food is crucial for this game. Diplomacy-wise, we have an abundance of vassals, which is what I don't like. We might be better off probably allying with Mercia for the time being. I do plan to take them out. I want to take England, of course. But... you can't be at war with everyone, and I feel like we should pick and choose our battles. We can always betray them in the end. So, what's his name? Selwolf, Alfred. We really probably want to go after Guthrum in East Anglia. Like, we don't want to be fighting on two fronts, you know what I mean? So, we've currently got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow! Wessex has 6 vassals. That rolls off the tongue good, doesn't it? So we're going to sort by attitude. So it's our vassals that like us quite a bit. But surprisingly, Mercia is next. So let's declare friendship.
It shall be so.
And is there anything else we can do? Defensing pack is insulting. And we can't seem to do anything else. We can arrange a marriage. We'll delve into our family tree in a moment. So we've got Northumbria in the north here. I don't particularly want to do that just yet. There's no point of declaring friendships on factions so far away. Like, declaring a friendship in Scotland might be good, but it might sort of piss off Northumbria. We're already automatically trading with most factions, aren't we? Okay, cool. So we've gone past diplomacy now. Let's go into our factions. So here is our king, Alfred the Great. And he's married to Ealhswith. Alfred has 5 children. Aethelfled, 8 years of age. Edward, this would be, 4 years of age. Aethelgith, Aethelwerd, and Aethelthrith. My God. As an Australian, I already speak a poor quality English. Throwing in all these Saxon names will be the death of me. So Aethelswith here. Aethelswith is my sister. Aethelred was my brother. I think he might have even been potentially king before me. It doesn't actually say. Aethelhelm, my nephew, is currently my heir. We're going to have to change that. And Aethelwald. Aethelbert, Aethelbald, and Aethelstan are dead. So here is the new governors and estates as well. Most of my generals have estates here. So this is like Dorset, Somerset, Wessex up here as well. Here are the records and statistics. So we're going up through here. Event messages, humble beginnings. Declaration of friendship, that's fine. So at the moment, we currently got one army here with Alfred. I'm going to be taking suggestions as well, so let me know, would you want me to rename? Can I rename provinces as well? I should be able to. Obviously, guy... No, I can't. Maybe I can't rename provinces. Oh, no. No, it doesn't say. Oh, regardless. But, guys, also please do take into consideration that this is my first time playing Thrones of Britannia ever. So I'm going through the diplomacy, I'm learning all this stuff, and I sort of, yeah, you guys can sort of see the experience as I'm going through the game. Okay, where were my armies again? So Alfred has mustered 740 men, 1 unit of scouts, 2 archers, 1 thane. Look, we're going to be able to probably easily win this one against Wigmund. We'll push south and deal with him in a moment. We've got 620 divisions in the north. Okay, so we're better off putting our money into the economy straight up. So here is the new settlement system. We've got Winchester, of course, and then we have minor settlements. So we've got our long hauls, which we can upgrade, which gives us bonuses here, but reduces food. Look, we're going to need food. Let's build a farm in... What is this? I don't know what island this is. I can't remember. It's not like Jersey or Guernsey or whatever. They're further to the south. So let's spend a little bit of money on food. And then we've got some trade here as well. Sheep herd as well. Okay. We can't instantly recruit anyone, no. Okay, I am going to move the Wild Hawks. Sounds like some sort of American college team. Wild Hawks! Or maybe Power Rangers. What were they called? Wild Force. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Aethelwald. We're going to push over the border because I don't trust the Vikings. We've got our Christian brothers to the north. So let's move him over there to the border. And what... Armies can only recruit if they're garrisoned in a city using the fortified stance. Right, okay. So we can't actually do that. Okay, so maybe you're going to have to go to the closest city, which is probably this one here. Okay, so... We've still got a little bit of money in the bank. We might as well put it straight into the economy. So here is Wessex, I guess. So Dorset, Somerset here. Mines and stuff. This gives us better quality furs. So here are some of the buildings that you can use in Thrones of Britannia. We can get better quality lead there. We're currently sitting on 185 food. So we do have a surplus. We don't get food from sheep, it is currently a resource. Okay, I just went a quick round to have a look at all my territories to see where I can put money into the economy. I think our best bet is to put it into our farms. We want to sort of consolidate our food and basically make Wessex the breadbasket, if you will, of England. Okay, so at the moment, there's a couple more farms in and around here. If we can keep them in close proximity to each other, we're going to be able to defend our breadbasket a lot easier. But I think that's pretty much it for buildings as well. Provinces-wise, let's have a quick look at that. So let's have a look. So my provinces... where's this one? Somerset 553, Dorset 52. Other provinces. So which currently, in turn 1 of the Thrones of Britannia campaign, what is the most valuable province? Kent is quite high. Devonshire? Is that like Devonshire? The Devonshire Fjord! I recently finished watching The Last Kingdom. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. And I've been recommended to read the books. Alex the Rambler told me to do it, so I think I would. It seems like a very interesting book series, and I've really been enjoying the TV show. So, Brega is one of the most valuable provinces. Okay, 738. Why? Oh, they've got Difflin. They've got Dublin. Okay, moving on here to Strathclyde. So interestingly enough, when you start the game, the two most valuable provinces are Strathclyde in Scotland, and then of course down in Ireland. Regardless, let's get a battle. Let's get stuck in. I'll try to get a battle in every single episode. But, yeah, let's get stuck in. Alfred the Great is going to deal with these English rebels. It's just the tutorial battle to get you familiar with the stuff. So we're coming up against Wigmund. 1 unit of spearmen, 1 unit of archers, 1 unit of cavalry. It is balanced in my favour, but I'd still say that's 65 or so in my percent. Okay, so he's 38. Alfred's currently 29 with 10-star command. I love the new map there. Really nice artwork. The thing is with Thrones of Britannia, and I think like Total War in general, they tend to absolutely smash out the ballpark. The art, the music for this game, it's just awesome. So let's continue to get stuck in. It's currently raining in England. Typical. Let's wait. It's raining again. It's currently fog. Should we risk rolling the dice one more? Why not? Let's do it. Oh no! We're going to be fighting in the miserable wet rain. But I still think we'll remain victorious. Let's sort of skew my guys off to the side here. And let's have a quick look at these units before we dive in. So first up we have King Alfred the Great himself. The man, the myth, the legend. Where is this pious and great man? So here he is. Okay, cool. Here are some of the armor, clothing and shields of the men of Wessex. We are still using a newer branch of the Attila engine. This armor looks different. This padding, that's good. So there's his unit. Moving down here just with bog standard spearmen. Further on down to our swordsman. I love the cross. Nice touch. For Jesus! For Jesus Christ. Thanes. Archers. Moving down to our scout cavalry. Okay. Let's form up a little bit closer. So we've only got 2 units of melee infantry. And then we've got Alfred, of course, as well. Let's sort of sit him back a wee bit. That'll do. We have skirmisher and archer superiority. So we're going to let them come to us. We're going to form shield wall. Shield wall! And let's start the battle. So we've got a doe, or a deer. Looks like he's absolutely fanging it out of here. You know what? I'm sick of this. I'm going to Northumbria. Okay, so we formed up shield wall here. Shield wall! It is absolutely hammering down with rain in Wessex here today. And it doesn't look like they're moving their front line. So what I want to do is move my cavalry around. And their cavalry is a levy melee. Levy melee, so it's bang on. If we get our archers to maybe launch a volley, that would be better for us. So let's move up. We probably... The thing is, right... We probably want to try and funnel them into one of these corridors. Because I don't know how well my archers are going to do. We can't use fire, I don't think. So let's move everyone up where we can. Move out! Oh, I guess I have to automatically unclick you. Fine. That's fine. Now, forests in Total War reduce combat efficiency. And especially seeing we sort of probably want to fight hand-to-hand combat. I reckon we've probably got better quality infantry. So we're better off fighting out in the field. And also it gives us an advantage for our archers to shoot up and over the top. But here he is, Alfred the Great, in the trenches, determined to carve out his kingdom himself. Okay, so maybe fall further up this way. If we can get an arced shot, that would probably help us. And we'll swing my cavalry around. What's the range of these archers? We should be in range shortly. Get one of them to hit my scout guys here, and we'll get the rest to aim for their archers. Okay, shield wall. Shield wall. Shield castle. Okay, that's an interesting ability. What's going on with them? Come on, archers, mate. You can't be doing that. It's weakening them somewhat. Look, we're going to charge. My cavalry is going to engage theirs. Oh, Britannia! I'm tempted to maybe move up a unit. Right, we need to pepper them. Spearmen. Royal companions. Look, we can sit here all day in shield wall once I reform them and angle them just a tad better. We've got cavalry superiority. We'll be fine. 45, 40. Shield wall, archers. Just keep on hitting theirs, I guess. Hit these blokes here that are sitting
The battle is turning in our
stagnant. So we've destroyed their cavalry quite convincingly. We'll swing around now and go for a charge. Okay, so we've managed to kill 60 of theirs. That's fine. Alfred the Great is still chilling. Shield wall is still in formation. Archers, rain fire and death upon the enemy. Fire at will, men. Fire at will. Alfred's sitting back there. Have they come back? Oh, they've just left their archers exposed regardless. Get a volley off. Anyway, they've left their archers unchecked and unchallenged. We're going to engage. The shield wall's about to be engaged here now. But I want to get this shot of them running down the archers. There we go. Now the front line's about to be engaged. Shield wall, men! Protect the king! Okay, so what are they doing here? Right, break that. Break that and pivot. Let's drop some of these buffs for Alfred. Raise the banner. Maybe even taunt them. Go in, lads. Halt. Where's the halt fire at will? There we want. Charge! Archers are gone. Let's hit these guys in the rear. Surround them, lads. There's not much they can do. They had to charge. I don't blame them, to be perfectly honest. Halt! Their cavalry had a last-ditch chance at me. there was no point of them sitting back. Maybe a rush against one unit trying to break the line to go for Alfred would cause a rout. There's not much the AI could really do there. The best thing that they could have done is potentially just withdrew, fled, run, raided our country. So we've won the tutorial battle here, quite convincingly, I would say. I'm going to let it play out just a little bit longer, because I want to try and run down as many of them as possible. I want to build chevrons for my units as best we can. Maybe even get some target practice up as well. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get these guys. He's going to run out before we can get there. But a decisive victory. The first of Alfred the Great's reign. We could even look for some maybe potential candidates with his children. So he lost 81 men in that fight. Wigmund deployed 400 and lost 397. Only 3 remaining. Wigmund, 38, in his midlife crisis, has got all his men killed. We can kill the enemies, we can take on warriors, or we can ransom. Seeing as they're not a faction, they're probably not going to hate me too much if I kill them. Ransom 60. Let's take on the warriors we lost. Enemy killed in battle. Humble beginnings. Internal stability has been increased. We've got Stonehenge here. Let's move back now to Winchester. I want to start recruiting some units. Alfred has gone up in stats now, and we have some abilities. So we've got the champion here, which gives us melee and melee, a commanded melee. Scribe, which gives us wealth. Zeal for bard. Forager gives us food. And okay, so maybe someone else we should probably give that for. Pillager. Quartermaster, priest as well. Siege engineer. Look, we're going to go with champion. I think that's our best bet. I just had a look there. It said replace general. So who's commanding this army? Aethelwald. Looking at my family tree, I do want to give my family members commands. So once Aethelwald is of age, he's currently 13, he's going to command the Wildhawks. Wildhawks! Okay, before we end the turn, we've still got some money spare. 1,200 exact. Sheepherd, which gives us 150 market and 4% farm all adjacent provinces. Oh, that's good. That's definitely worth it. Currently sitting on 180 food. We're currently sitting on 80% minus war fever. Your war fever measures your people's appetite for war. Border wars. So minus 70, and then we've got a feud of 8. We managed to get 3 all regions, fame as well, Wessex. Okay, cool. Let's end the turn and continue. It's currently 878 AD. And let's skip ahead. Turn time seemed relatively quick as well. Fantastic. Okay, so war has broken out between 2 squabbling Irish kingdoms. Nothing to concern us about, really. We've got some character upgrades here. Governor, Beorthric. I think that's how you say his name. Look, we could marry him into my dynasty. That could be potentially a thing. But at the moment, sending he as a governor, we're better off trying to squeeze as much money out of him as possible. I will give my sort of loyal generals marriage alliances with my princesses. I think that'd be worth it. Aethelwald here. Look, you're going to be replaced in the future, so there's no point of actually giving you command stats. Okay, so let's push you down to a border town. Probably here. Where is Alfred? Alfred is still heading to Winchester. So what I want to do in Thrones of Britannia is have Alfred with the main massive, strong, conquering army, and then I'll probably want to have 2 sort of defending forces. They've made the decision in Thrones of Britannia to divide settlements into minor settlements. So as you can see here, we're in Winchester. We've got the main long hall, the church, as is familiar in just like your normal Total Wars. But then you have these minor settlements, which are sprinkled around this province. Now, the reason why they've done that is they want to have like your food vulnerable and whatnot. So when the AI comes in, right, when the Vikings come in and raid, you have to defend these provinces with your life, or otherwise you're going to suffer major food penalties. It's meant to reflect this time period of people constantly invading your lands, Vikings in particular, and causing problems. As we still can't recruit any units until we get into some territories, I'm going to put everything into my economy. It's probably no harm in upgrading the long haul here, and maybe upgrading the church as well. We've got some exterior provinces here. Yeah, let's upgrade this pottery. That's fine. Let's end the turn and continue once more. Oh, here we go. We have some diplomacy. We've got the my vassal kingdom here in the south. They want me to marry off Aethelwith to whom? Edred. Right, okay. So my vassal wants to breed into my family. Look, I don't like having so many of these vassals, to be perfectly honest. I'd much rather have them on my control. I don't care about them. If they rebel, so be it. We'll crush them. I'd rather own the territory myself, because
it appears
vassals are quite useless to me. The way I play Total War, that is. Okay, so there are a lot of kingdoms here now trying to negotiate for the hand of my sister. She's 40 years of age, so she might have a child if she's married off. But that gives someone a claim to the throne of Wessex, doesn't it? Look, we might be better off marrying up in Scotland or something? I don't know. Or maybe we should just sort of leave her be. Maybe Mercia, because then we could sort of push up that way. And it puts a blockade against Wales. The thing is, right, I do want to go to war with Mercia, but I don't know just until yet. Okay, so my governors here are going to get food increased stuff. Okay, guys, welcome back to the top of the turn. We've got some recruitment to do. Let's move Alfred into Wessex. Let's now do some recruiting. Okay, so we've got the capability of getting axe infantry, sword infantry, and spearmen. Look, I think even cavalry is going to be the bread and butter of this campaign. We're going to need lots of cavalry to defeat the Vikings. I do believe they don't have cavalry, or if they do, they've got a very low unit pool. I want to get another lot of archers. I think grabbing 2 of these swordsmen, or as much swordsmen if where we can. Maybe an axe infantry. Yeah, we're better probably getting... What are the stats? 32, 32... Armor 5, shield. Okay, so they're actually relatively the same. We got a bit of charge though. I'm just sort of what's the price difference? What? 160. What's the point of going with these if they're the same melee? Yeah, so just looking at this, what's the point of going... We're better off just going with the spearmen. We're better off getting way more spearmen. Because the way I want my army build to be is probably 4 units of cavalry, maybe 4 units of archers, and then our swordsmen. Because the thing is, right, once we start coming up against the Vikings, they're going to have probably better quality axes, swordsmen, and probably just men than us. So what we're better off doing is we're better off holding them in position, pinning them down while our cavalry flanks and we rain fire and death upon them. So we need people to hold, not necessarily have charge bonuses. Let's move our second army here now. Can I recruit from here? Why not? Because we haven't got access to some of the units in the pool. Look, I'm still going to try and get some here then with these long swords. Skirmishers, I don't mind having some in this army. And same with you. But the main army with Alfred should most definitely have that. So we're finally now putting money into our military. We'll try to get another battle in today's episode, but we might not. It might be too preemptive to strike against the Vikings. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I definitely want to push against East Anglia. I think doing that quickly is perfect. Those bloody buggers. Foreign trespasser, thunder, and lightning. Flash, thunder, flash. I haven't seen Band of Brothers in a while. So here we go. Got some trespassing here. No way. Why is Guthrum, the king of East Anglia, moved into my lands? If we can kill him, we can severely damage the east angles, we can cut the head of the snake. But you never know. In Viking society, when you cut one off, you tend to... another one seems to take its place. Look, are we going to get snow attrition here? Because we're currently in winter, aren't we? Let's move the armies. A 2-to-1 against the East Anglia King. I reckon we can do it. Right, we've got some money now. We can't recruit anymore. I don't think we're better off getting an army. I think we're better off at least tier 1 upgrading all of our stuff around us. Let's do a quick save. If we can get a surprise attack against Guthrum, the Viking... Yeah, you coward. He's fled back to London. You coward. Man, that would have been an incredibly useful opportunity there. Mission issued. Here we go. When Alfred the Great first took the throne of West Seaxe, I like saying Wessex, it's easier for me, he followed it up with a glorious victory over the Great Vikings led by... yeah, Guthrum. Now it is time for us to finish that fight and permanently deal with East Anglia and wipe them out, eliminate them. Yeah, +2 influence. Viking raids. Our scouts are reporting a small raid. That's not good. I don't think there's much we can even do about that. I don't think we have a very big military. So it does currently look like the Irish kings, the Irish warlords are going at it again. Ah, Alfred's gone up in stats. Let's go with a command point. It's probably in our best interest. Let's move the Wild Hawks in range. And we'll move Alfred back. I have no interest in going to war with East Anglia just yet. Until I'm at full capacity. I'm full up with these Viking, Wessex boys. Okay, looks like you've got some stats here as well, but you guys can get more of these. Okay, so... oh, we finally unlocked some technology, which is cool. We haven't been able to access this just yet. So let's go with melee, get some of that specialist stuff. Your faction is currently consuming more food than it can produce. You can resolve this problem by disbanding units or by capturing and constructing food buildings. Look, if we go with forager straight up for you, that's going to give us a +10. Can we just go like, just like spam forager? That should work in theory. Okay, we need to get more food. Alright, there we go. Yep, 0 food. Which is fine. We should be okay still to end the turn. Look, I'm still thinking a preemptive strike against Guthrum is probably a good idea. We currently have nearly 20, or was it 32 divisions. Units, rather said. I've been playing too much Hearts of Iron on the channel. Yeah, I still think maybe trying to preemptively strike and kill him. Okay, faction encountered. Just a random Viking army. Low public order. What's done that? Events. That's fine. Okay guys, welcome back. I've skipped a couple of turns ahead simply because nothing really too much is happening. Still putting money back into the economy to try and get our food and infrastructure up. Obviously you did see me recruit those 32 units, 31 now because I had to disband one. But basically we're waiting, we're calling the banners, we're calling the men in Winchester and just in the north here to try and just get as many men as possible for our war against East Anglia. We've got a worthy bride option here, Elfric and Wulfhilda want to marry, so we can lower the influence here, intervening, or we can give blessing. Sure, let's give the blessing. I don't really see why not. Faction has been destroyed. The Great Hall's been constructed. War fever. Your war fever has increased. Oh, did I click intervene? Oh shit, I misclicked then. Oh well, we have the option to go into technology. So what does this do? We can get better quality melee stuff. Upkeep is what we really want to go with. Upgrade and recruitment cost. Melee skill is probably our next best thing. I'm just sort of curious. Look at my family tree for a sec. Am I better off marrying you off now? 41. To be fair, you haven't got any children, Asa with. She's a midwife. I might actually look around for a potential suitor. Potentially Mercia. We'll see. Look, let's try out some diplomacy and Thrones of Britannia. Oh, wow, what? They're at war with Northumbria. And, oh, wow, okay. I didn't see that. So Guthrum, Guthrid, sorry, Guthrid, this is Guthrum. Yeah, Guthrid is currently at war with Northumbria. Eckbert. The Scots aren't at war. Wow, Mercia is at war with them. Huh. That's kind of good that I didn't get an alliance with them earlier. Because we would have been thrown into that war. I wonder if my vassal wants to give me any money.
And then we will talk.
Insulting. Can I get 100 off you? No, the minimum is that. Okay, look, there's no potential suitors for my sister. We might be better off marrying her to another noble. That might be in our best interest. Yeah, let's marry her off to Aethelwald. Okay. Aethelwald. Give an incentive, minus 500 in our territory. Characters marry. Decree. Let's give an incentive. A dowry, if you will. Doesn't matter if they have any children, rival children. She's 41. He's 38. It'd be pretty hard in this time period to have a child at that age, you'd think. G'day, guys. How you doing? Welcome back. So I probably skipped 5-6 turns ahead. I'm getting ready for the invasion against East Anglia. But I felt like I should just start recording again because there's been some Viking raids. Our scouts are reporting that a small raid force from Nordma. Okay, right. So we've got some Viking raiders coming in. Ulf and Fingal over here as well. Like I mentioned before previously, slowly putting money into the economy, upgrading, as you can see here, our farms are tier 3 and 3. It's just really just trying to get this food up to support these armies. 20 units here. I'll start recording again once we're in range of hitting London, because it's still going to be a couple of turns before we go to war with them. Perfect timing. I'm about to declare war upon East Anglia and hopefully crucify Guthrum. Right, so we've got an event plan here, the Witten's future plans. So we have an option here to increase taxes, lower taxes, build better boats, or turn a blind eye. Many factors must be considered when planning for the future. The Witten, nobles who have wide and varied experiences both in the church and in society as a whole, have much good advice to give how best prioritize in the upcoming days. Choose what comes down to you. Right, so the wise men meet, minus influence plus tax. That's really good. We get influence but minus tax. Minus 1 loyalty, but we get 20% market output. Or we get plus 1 loyalty but minus 20% market input. Okay, I think we're better off maybe getting market input. We don't want to go for that influence loyalty. It's sort of like, I don't know. Influence might be really bad. I'm not entirely sure how powerful that is. I think we're better off just getting the minus 1 loyalty. I think all my generals are relatively quite high loyalty. So let's build better boats. We've encountered the faction Norman. Here we go. East Anglia is trespassing. Fools! They want to fight the men of Wessex on the field of battle. I plan on hitting London this turn. The tides are with us. Co-war target available. Okay. Oh, I forget that we're not on our own. We've got our vassals to call upon. Ah, shit. Okay. So are we at war with them, technically? Enemies. Norman. Ulf. 13 units. Damn, that's actually quite impressive. Okay, so should we go to war with them? Look, what I'm going to do... I'm going to have to get another army. So, is any of my children or sons ready? Aethelfled, no. Aethel, yeah, whoa, one loyalty. Aethelhelm, my heir. Really? Why is he so low? We're gonna have to increase that somehow. Stubborn. Okay, so we've secured the loyalty of Aethelhelm. We have an option here. We can torture the poor boy, which enforces his loyalty. We can bribe him with words and lose influence. Yeah, I'm not going to... Alfred the Great didn't torture his nephew, Aethelhelm. He might be a problem in the future until my son comes of age, but we'll bribe him with words. Aethelhelm doesn't need to be knocked off. He needs to seek a wife. 800. I don't have the finances to pull that off. So my brother-in-law, Aethelwald, I think we should get him to march back to Wessex. We can't afford to lose it. Oh, no. Aethelwald. Yeah, we want this army. The Wildhawks. Aethelwald, 40. That's definitely the same Aethelwald, isn't it? I'm going to keep on doing that. I think that was the previous one. Yep. Aethelwald, 40. Yep, that's definitely the same bloke. Look, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get another army here. Let's get Aethelhelm in Wessex. And let's get him to start some recruiting. Just sort of like the early tier stuff. And a unit of cavalry. -9 food. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. We'll let that. So, Aethelhelm, you can stay in Wessex and get an army, because we're going to have to deal with those raiders. Okay, we're going down to professional warriors now. We're about to get that 5% upkeep cost. 30% 5% upkeep cost. Upkeep cost. Why would we want to do that? I guess you get better quality stuff. Yeah, no, we don't want to do that just yet. We don't want to have upkeep cost. I thought it was minus. Oh, I've read that wrong. Regardless, we'll swing back down and deal with this. This is the only army here. Diplomacy-wise, where is this faction? So they're currently strength ranks 29. They are at war with a lot of enemies in the south here. So we're currently strength ranked number 1. East Anglia is number 2. Mercia number 3. Northumbria 4. Scotland 5. East Anglia are not at war with anyone. So who is this come... This is Guthrum. You're kidding me. Guthrum is here now. Well, let's fight this in today's episode. Let's declare war upon Guthrum. Is that an iceberg there? No, it looked like it though. We need to keep an eye on that. So we're not at war with anyone else, are we? That kind of snuck up on me. I showed you guys the event of them coming up. But it kind of... Yeah. Caught me by surprise somewhat. Okay, let's declare war upon Guthrum. Declare war. Let's call our allies. Everyone has come. See you on the battlefield, Guthrum. War declared. Okay, so he's fled back here. He is going to have help from the garrison. How big is it? A decent amount of units. We should be able to win this. Man. Okay, if we go with a night attack, it completely eliminates that other force, doesn't it? It should do in theory. You'd think. Or we're better off trying to destroy the garrison completely as well. So, we do outnumber them regardless. King Guthrum here. 2 spearmen. 2 sword herdmen. 1 long axe. 3 archers, 1 cav. We have cavalry superiority. We have archer superiority. To be fair, you might have better quality infantry. We can go with a night attack. Night attack prevents reinforcement and also reduces visibility and line of sight for both sides. We are better off not having that 900 reinforcement for a night attack. Let's fight this one manually. And if we can kill Guthrum in the first episode, 46 years of age, 1-star command, he should have a higher command. Alfred's currently at 10. The Battle of London, 1881. Yeah, this is like the turning points in Total War. If we can kill Guthrum, we're going to start East Anglia on a path of decline and Wessex on a path to greatness. Let's do it, lads. Remember what punishment befell us in this world when when we ourselves did not cherish learning, not transmit it to other men. Alfred the Great. Let's start the battle here. It's foggy, but we'll wait. A dry day in England. We fought in the rain last time. Okay, men. You're ready. Shield wall. Let's move up here now. We want to form a strong quality front line. I should have a couple men on the flanks, preferably axemen, to swing around, and that's a wedge, to deal with flanking maneuvers. Okay. No, you should be in like a loose formation like that, because, like I said, we've got cavalry superiority. So what we want to do is we want them to engage our front line. We'll swing around and flank, and then we'll get my archers to rain fire and death upon the enemy. Okay, so let's have a look at this great army of Wessex. So we've got our axemen and swordsmen on the left and right. Even though it is a night battle, we can still see, look, check out this guy. Excellent stuff. Strong front line here. Our first time fighting the Vikings. Alfred the Great. Back at it again. God wills it. Okay, let's have a look at the Viking foe. Let's have a look at Guthrum. So here are the Vikings. Woden! Odin! However you want to say it. Alright. Where is Guthrum? Where is he? So these must be the long axemen for the Vikings. First time seeing them in this campaign. Huskarls must be somewhere as well. Regardless, let's start the fight, men. Shield castle. Okay. Cavalry on the left and right. Move into a position where I guess potentially you could be hidden. Yeah, they're not going to escape anything, they are. The enemy trembles before our superior numbers. Okay, so our cavalry is now flanking. To get rid of the HUD in Total War, you press K on your keyboard and insert if you want the cinematic follow mode. Cavalry is forming up on the left. What is the enemy doing? Nothing by the sounds of it. Vikings sounding out their war cry, I guess. So these guys are properly hidden. How far is it going to take us to get the range? It's a fine margin between range, isn't it? Look, we'll move up. We'll move up here. Ready, men? Oh, bugger. Yeah, redo that where you can. And you. I'm happy with that. Whoa, what's going on here? Why isn't this forming up properly? Yes, you, there. There was a gap here. God knows why. I don't mind pausing in Total War battles, especially when that sort of stuff happens. Because a proper general would give all his orders out beforehand. Alright, move up. Alfred. Sound the charge. It looks like it's getting darker. Okay, archers. You haven't got a heavy shot or anything, you only got flaming shot. So is this Guthrum here, is it? Yeah, there he is. Guthrum. I do plan to do a campaign as him at some point. I love the Viking insignia there, but if we can kill him, we're going to be in a massive position. Okay, so how much is the range? Oh, still quite a bit. Look, we're going to continue moving up. Move up further. The closer we can get, the better, I guess.
Swordsman, on the double. Quick march. Let battle commence. Run, warriors. Enemies beware.
Move up. Cavalry needs to further move as well. We've discovered enemy units. Because now, even though if the archers can't reach before the line, we're going to be able to push them up through the wall. Shield wall now. I'll keep these guys out of shield wall because I want them to pivot and move if we do. So we're doing the classic noob box. As I am one. I'm going to keep Alfred in the forest. These trees should be able to suppress some of the arrow fire. Shield castle when you can. And we'll try and angle these guys up like this. So it's like perfect. And I guess it might be alright. Right, let's try and get a shot at Guthrum. Charge forward. Archers. 1,000 dragons. Whoever can bring me the head, or whoever can fell the mighty King Guthrum. We'll charge forth. There's no way that cavalry unit's going to hit me. There we go. We've engaged the front line. Hold, men. Shield wall. Swords will be shields will be splintered. Swords will be shattered. However it goes. Right, now that you're safe, let's pot shot him. Is he still not in range after all that?
Let's do this, lads.
My guys have really poor range. We're hitting Guthrum now. Like, okay. It's cool to push up like that. But especially you guys here, you need to get away from that cavalry unit. There is another unit there though. There. Let's continue that up. Right, lads. Brave men of Wessex, loose your bows. Fire at will. Okay. So the Vikings have initiated their own shield wall. Obviously we copied their tactic. Oh, they nearly turned then. Look, let's continue this skirmish. Do they have better quality bow than me? Levy bow.
They flee before our
Maybe. They're routed. Change and hit that then. Let's get rid of you. Sit there and cop a beating. So my archers are making pin cushions now out of Guthrum. Cavalry in reserve. Alfred can't really do overly too much. We'll still keep him in his position though. I've moved Alfred there and it's moved the front line. Is this going to be another bait? I don't think so. This charge seems like it's got more sustenance. The cavalry's going for it. Don't go headstrong into it. Oh, they have. Fools. Okay, looks like the AI's decided to actually charge me. Now that they know I have the cavalry superiority. Get a couple of shots off at Guthrum. You want to reduce his hit points. They're really trying to break my shield wall here. Hold, men. Hold strong. The charge is coming from the top end. Axeman coming in now. Now on the left. Once we engage. Okay, we'll start slowing things down. Okay, so they're engaging me on my front lines now. Send my cavalry in now at haste. Pivot. Pivot and go. Pivot and go. Swift and shift, guys. Swift and shift. Get around here. Now that we're engaging them in combat. Archers. Maybe just try and hit those other archers. We'll send in our own cavalry to deal with it, but we definitely want to like swing around. Like, you need to go here, like here, mate. Go here, mate. Okay, archers. Just halt, just halt, just halt. Run them down. Yeah. Come on, get around it, guys. They're broken. Next. We need the cavalry here, ideally. Go for Guthrum. Oh, my front line's broken there. Send in Alfred to re-secure it. Right, my cavalry's dealing with theirs. Oh wow, my front line actually buckled. Like my centre buckled. I'm blown away about that. That's really cool. I'm happy that the AI did that. It's showing some pretty decent level of competence. Competence? Guess who isn't competent? Me. I don't even speak properly. Right, Alfred can probably throw down some buffs. But our main priority is killing Guthrum. That's what we need to do. Surround and kill him. We can pull Alfred out now. There's going to be some reinforcements around. Kill Guthrum. We've got him on the ropes here, lads. They're not going to last much longer. Here comes a Wessex charge. Axeman as well. Charge! The enemy general is dead. Guthrum. Guthrum has fallen. That's my soundtrack for Return of the King when Faramir died. You know the music. You know it. So Guthrum's dead. Fan-bloody-tastic. Let's run down this remaining rubble. Okay. I believe that he's out of movement points anyway. So, we could theoretically end the battle here, and their army would be destroyed. However, I want to get chevrons up for my men. I want them to be more efficient and better quality in battle. So we're going to run down and get as many of them as possible. Target practice, boys. Rip them to pieces. Did you see that one fell? That one's got two in him. Guthrum. That's what I think a Nord sounds like. There we go. Can't wait till the blood pack comes out. Okay, let's speed things up a bit. Cavalry, run down as many as you can. But a worthy victory for the brave Christian men of Wessex. God wills it. God wills it. Let's end the battle there. Decisive. Boom. 2,518 deployed. 512 lost. Guthrum deployed just shy of 1,200. And they lost everyone. 5 men remaining. Commander's only 1. He should have a higher command. Thunder and lightning. Alfred himself killed 72. Archers there, 49, 40, 51, 41. Spearmen did alright there with 92. 77 there. My cavalry were the real MVPs of that battle. But now we've slain Guthrum. We're going to take on warriors, because we're going to need to push further into their lands.
By the numbers.
Guthrum deceased. Perfect. So now, who is the king of East Anglia? Gunnar, 54. I'm not entirely sure if he is a relative, but now with him, with us killing Guthrum, it is sufficient for them to sue for peace. Their army has been destroyed, and their king dead. We're going to continue on the offensive, guys. Let's take London. We can't take it within one turn. We're going to need to build some equipment. So let's build a battering ram and as much... Yeah, okay, let's build as much siege equipment as we can. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's continue the siege of London. Okay, you're moving back now to Winchester to deal with this Viking incursion of 13 men. Once you rally up with... I guess this is your nephew-in-law, isn't it? Aethelhelm and Aethelwald. Yeah, we're going to continue to push. But unfortunately, guys, on that note, it is time to end the Thrones of Britannia Wessex campaign here for episode 1. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below your constructive feedback for the series, suggestions where you'd like me to expand. We're going to continue headstrong into East Anglia. We have killed Guthrum, their king, and we're off to a fantastic start. Mercia is at war with the Vikings. Looks like Northumbria is pushing against... yeah, the actual Northumbria. Yeah, looks like they're actually pushing against Northumbria. Scotland's still doing their thing. Ireland is still a bunch of squabbling kingdoms. Why are we at war with... Oh, they're rebels, right. Now, just before I end the video, I'd like to reiterate the deal I made with you at the start of the video. If this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for that next upload. I just want to say another massive, huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me an early access code, a copy of Thrones of Britannia, and allowing me to make content a week early. Thrones of Britannia will be out on the 3rd of May, the 4th of May if you live in Australia, and another thanks to their community outreach manager for sending me the code. So a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly. I really do appreciate it when game companies reach out to me and like allow me to play their games. It's really humbling, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you, huge amounts to the Creative Assembly for doing that for me. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.